Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of Mishmas. I've got a top 5 Tuesdays for you today, and I'm going to be giving you my 5 winter essentials. And I'm doing this in collaboration with my very good friend here, the Glam Dr. Mona Khan. Definitely check out her channel and her video. I'll have a link to it down below in my description box. So we decided this week we're going to just talk about winter essentials. I'm going to be talking about a lot of kind of random stuff. Most of it is more like body and hair care. And then I have one non-beauty item, but it is like a winter essential for me. Probably out of all of these things, the most winter essential for me. So let's go ahead and start with lip exfoliator. So I decided not to talk about lip balm, even though that is by far just one of my biggest like winter essentials. But I use lip balm all the time, so I don't feel like I amp it up in the winter necessarily, but what I do amp up is how often I exfoliate my lips. And my favorite lip exfoliator, and you guys have heard me talk about this a lot, is the Frank Body Lip Scrub. It's like a sugar-based scrub, but it has coffee grinds in there and it smells like coffee. It's so good. And I think this is my third one that I have gone through, and I just love it. I just absolutely love it. You don't need that much. I just put it on. It's a typical lip exfoliator, but I like the consistency because it's not too harsh. It's not too dry. There's some lip scrubs out there that don't have enough like oil in it, and then there are some with too much and not enough scrubbies. This one to me is like the perfect mix, but really it's the coffee. I'm such a sucker for anything that's like coffee scented, coffee flavored. I love it. And I just want to mention that they do have a lip balm, which has a slight coffee scent to it. It's this guy right here. I think they have other scents and other flavors, but of course their original one that kind of smells like coffee is my favorite. Yeah, it just has like a very faint coffee smell. This one is not faint at all. So anyway, lip exfoliator, winter essential. For sure. Next up is another product that I kind of amp up the usage for during the winter time. And it's partially because my hair does start to feel a little bit drier in the winter, but mainly it's because of static electricity. I live in an incredibly dry climate where I feel like static electricity could be the cause of death. It is so strong and so fierce, and just, it's really crazy. So I love this hair oil from Sicily. This is part of their hair ritual line. And you guys have heard me go on and on about the scalp serum that I use. It is part of the same line. This is called the Precious Hair Care Oil, and it's hair and scalp care. I just put this like on the ends of my hair, basically, where it does look a little bit drier. It does feel a little bit drier, but that's also where you just get like that crazy static where your hair just starts to like puff out. And I kind of tend to touch my hair quite a bit. I have long hair, it gets in the way or whatever. And if I don't tie it back, I'm kind of constantly like doing this or like running my hands through it, just trying to control it a little bit. But the more you do that in the wintertime, the less control actually you have of it. So I put the oil in there and it really just helps tame the static electricity. But this oil especially is my favorite hair oil. I have tried a lot of different hair oils, and you guys can probably tell my hair is definitely on the coarser side, and it's in fact actually thinned out a lot from when I was younger, but I still feel like, at least when I go to hairdressers or whomever, they're always commenting. They're like, oh wow, your hair is so like each individual hair is so thick. Anyway, so I've gone through a lot of different hair oils, and most recently I was using the Oribe hair oil, which is lovely, and it has the beautiful Oribe scent. It's just lovely, but it's a little bit thick, and I find that I can very easily over oil my hair. And I've done it a couple of times where I've had to just go back into the shower and wash my hair again. It just looked so crazy, and I didn't feel like I used like that much of the oil, and I really tried to work it through or whatever. Anyway, I never have that problem with the Sicily. I just pump out one pump. I like spread it all over my hands so it's even on my hands, and then I run it like through the back of my hair like this, and then I just kind of, run my hands over the ends of my hair. And I just find that I never ever end up using too much. My hair never looks oily from this, but I get the benefits of the oil because it just keeps my hair looking really like shiny and it softens it a little bit, and it really takes care of that deadly static electricity that I have found living in a desert. So that's the Sicily Precious Hair Care Oil. I love it. Oh, and the scent is beautiful. I actually like more than the Orbe. Surprise, surprise. That Orbe is one of my like all-time favorite fragrances, scents of all time. But this one, oh, it's so good. It's really fresh. It's really light. I love it. So definitely a winter essential for me. Another winter essential for me, and again, I use all of these things all year round, but the usage is just really amped up for the winter. But this is my hand cream. So I've been using the Aesop Resurrection Hand Balm, and it has mandarin rind in there, rosemary leaf, and cedar atlas. And if you guys are familiar with Aesop at all, they're, I believe, an Australian brand. Does it say on here? I think they're manufactured in Australia. They're an Australian brand, and I believe, I don't think they're 100% organic, but I believe their thing is to use like very natural, you know, found in nature ingredients. They could be vegan. I apologize. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, I love this hand cream. It smells fresh without smelling sweet at all. And I'm very, very picky when it comes to hand cream. As you guys know, I used to be a knitwear designer, a hand knitwear designer. So I used my hands a lot. So I would use hand creams that were wonderful. They made my hands feel great, but my hands would be goopy and sticky and they just felt over moisturized, and I wouldn't be able to work with my hands. I would have to wash my hands off and then go back to work, and then what would be the point of that? But I think what I love about this hand cream so much is the fact that it doesn't just kind of sit on your hands. Oh, sorry, that's an old swatch. But this has it has a nice thick texture, but it absorbs like quickly. I don't want to say it absorbs really quickly, but it absorbs quickly, and I don't feel like I just have like goopy, sticky hands, and it's great. And I just kind of work it into my cuticles or whatever, and it just keeps my hands from feeling soft. And mostly, and this is what I cannot stand, is in the winter when your cuticles start to crack. It's like they never ever heal once that happens, and this has successfully, at least for me, helped that. But I do make sure that I kind of rub it into my cuticles when I do apply it. I kind of just do it when I'm like watching TV or before I go to bed or whatever. But I really enjoy this hand cream. So that's the Aesop Resurrection Hand Balm. Okay, next up is something that I like to use for my body, and this is fairly new, but I'm almost done with this. But this is the Retrove Ultimate Balm Body Oil. Sorry, this is so gross. I just grabbed this from my shower and I didn't realize how grubby it was. But this has like a very thick texture. Now, you have to put this on when your skin is still wet. If you put this on and your skin is dry, it's just too much. It's almost like a very light, you guys can probably see it. It's almost like a light ointment. That sounds terrible, but I think you guys will get an accurate mental image of what that means. But it's almost like a light ointment. So you have to put it on when your skin is still wet. So in the non-winter months, I use like a body oil. My favorite is the one from Kypris. Love that one. I'll use body lotions on top of it. I have like an Aesop body lotion version of this, but in the winter time, this has been such a great addition. So I will use this again when my skin is still wet, and then you can kind of towel dry it off. I just kind of like pat everything off so that I'm not just kind of like rubbing it away, or like my towel isn't removing all of it. It just leaves my skin feeling so healthy and so moisturized, and I kind of use it as like a treatment. So I don't use this every day. I don't know, like 2 or 3 times a week. Again, just to kind of like amp up the moisture in my skin. So I've really been enjoying this in the wintertime. It's really helped my body like retain its moisture and kind of protect my skin. And it's great. It is really, really great. Okay, last but not least, this is my non-beauty item, and I'm just gonna pull them off my feet. I hope that doesn't gross you out, but my UGG slippers. This cannot live without in the wintertime. And I have this thing about my feet that if they're cold, I'm cold. If they're cold, I feel sick. So my feet cannot be cold. The rest of my body could be cold. And in fact, I like winter and I like feeling cold, but there's something about my feet, they just have to be warm. So, UGG slippers. Definitely not a new thing. They've been around forever at this point. I've gone through many, many pairs, but I love these. One, because of the leopard print I absolutely love this leopard print, and it has like this hair calf kind of like furriness to it. And I personally have never been a fan of this braid around the like opening of the slipper. But I got it because of the leopard print. But now I'm realizing the genius of these, because I have so many other UGG slippers that don't have this, like much older models that they don't even make anymore. And like they just end up kind of like crushing down. And I always have to like kind of, you know, stick my foot in and then pull this out so that my heel is in there. This band like keeps it sturdy. And I really like this like thick sole. I know this is like a lot. This is like overkill for an indoor slipper, but I really, really like it, mainly because I am very uncoordinated and I stub my toe all the time. But when I have this like nice, chunky, substantial like sole to the slipper, I can stub away. I can like ram my foot into the table, which I do at least 3 times a day, and I don't feel it at all. So anyway, that is just a total plus, but I can't live without these slippers. And you guys have probably seen these when I do like my Shop My Stash vlog or whatever. You'll probably see my feet like peek into the frame or whatever, and I probably have these on. And I love this like center seam. Anyway, I can go on. And then, you know, they have the shearling inside, which is just super comfortable. I'm gonna put this back on my foot because my foot is cold. I just love those slippers, and I just love the animal print. So those are my 5 winter essentials. I hope you enjoy this video. So please comment down below some of your favorite winter essentials. I would love to hear from you. You know what I would actually especially love to hear from you on, because I've been on this like wild hunt, and I don't know why I'm being so cuckoo about it, but I'm looking for like a really cozy robe, but one that isn't like too heavy and too thick, because you know, the winter here in Las Vegas, it's not that long. It's not worth like getting a whole big cozy kind of robe. I want something that I can wear all year round. And pajamas, same idea. I like cozy pajamas, but I don't want to be hot when I sleep. So if any of you out there have any good robe or pajama ideas, please, I would really appreciate any ideas down below in the comment section. And don't forget to head over to the Glam Dr. Mona Khan's channel, check out her video. I'm dying to see what her winter essentials are. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.